The Owl House has a new movie adaptation coming out in November 2026. I can't believe it, Disney is finally bringing it back, but with a different title, and the storyline is just like the Owl House, even though Disney said the Owl House wasn't on brand. Oh my god, guys, they're doing a ripoff! Is this a misunderstood coincidence or something more serious? Why does Hexed feel like Disney's canceled, misaligned, diverse fantasy series? How does Disney go from killing off a beloved show about a magical world to producing a near identical story mere years later? Today, we're digging into every similarity and contradiction in Disney's actions and figuring out how this happened. We'll see the plot points that Disney reused, the character arcs that Disney is copying, and why fans think Hexed is a sanitized Owl House. And when the fun is done, I will dig into a part of animation history that Disney really doesn't want anyone to know about. But we'll get into that later. Let's talk about it. Disney officially revealed their upcoming movie Hexed at Destination D23 on August 30th, 2025. An all-new Disney animation film set for fall 2026. The studio described the story as an awkward teenage boy and his type A mom discovering that his weirdness is actually magic and they get transported to a world where magic runs free. If the plot doesn't immediately raise some alarm bells for you, perhaps you're a bit unfamiliar with Disney Channel's old show, The Owl House. As a brief recap, The Owl House centers around Luce, an awkward, quirky, queer teenager who stumbles into this magical realm after escaping being sent to reality check camp by her mother. Although she's a human and not a witch, she ends up finding her own unique, weird way to use magic. The show ended up getting canceled because of brand misalignment, although executives told the show's creator that if any of the main characters had LGBTQ storylines, the show would get cut. Surprise, surprise, gay characters emerge, show gets canceled, lickety-split. Okay, are we all caught up to speed? Alright, good, because now hopefully alarm bells are ringing for everybody. We are already seeing similarities jump out, just begging to be scrutinized. Okay, admittedly, we shouldn't pump the judgment just yet. Let's wait for the trailer to drop for that. But here's everything we know about Hexed so far. Number one, it's coming out in November 2026. That gives plenty of time for more teasers and trailers to drop before then. Number two, it's going to follow the storyline of a teenage boy and his mom in a magical land. Number three, it's being directed by Josie Trinidad, director of Zootopia Plus, and Jason Han, director of Moana 2. And number four, there is currently one released piece of concept art which reveals a colorful, fantastical world with two cloaked figures, presumably the son and his mother. Looking at what we have so far, we can already see that there isn't a lot of information out to the public just yet. Now, we've already covered the plot. Yes, there's insane similarities with the storyline. I think we should pay a little bit more attention to the directors, Trinidad and Han. Disney has a worldwide staff of over 200,000 people, and even if we whittle that down to the animation staff, that still leaves over 2,000 people. Disney decided to pick two directors that have only directed remakes and sequels. It just seems like an odd choice for this completely original, absolutely authentic movie. Because it is original, right? Well, let's look at the similarities. With the limited information we have about Hexed, I was able to draw to three main similarities between the two Disney animation projects. Number one, the protagonist archetype. For both stories, it centers around an awkward teen who discovers magic and a hidden realm. Yes, we've already covered this, but we can dig a bit further into the mother of the main character. Luce's mom, Camila, although very far from the standard type A archetype, is very protective and proactive. And we see this with her trying to help Luce keep her weird and outgoing tendencies at bay to protect her. And Hex explicitly calls out this type A mom in its logline. A parent-child tension angle we've seen in other Disney animations such as Onward or Turning Red. The Owl House also had these parental tension threads between Luce and Camila, Hunter and Bellos, and even Amity and Odelia. Disney has a clear pattern of framing magical stories around family friction, with Hex most likely following that formula. Number two, the structure of the magical realm. Both Hex and the Owl House set up a duo environment with a human realm and a magical realm. The Owl House made their magical world immersive and serialized and morally complex. Most of the show took place in this realm, with danger becoming more prevalent as the show progressed. The official Hexed art and the D23 tease shows a bright, layered fantasy environment, which is how the demon realm was portrayed in the beginning of the Owl House. We'll see if Disney uses the same cookie cutter fantastical world turns out to be not so fantastical shtick. Number 3, thematic overlaps. Yes, both movies are probably going to have similar themes. If you combine a well-meaning but weird adolescent and their protective mother together, you're going to get themes of rebellion, self-discovery, found family, etc., etc. Early commentary actually compared the vibe of Hex to earlier productions such as Onward or Encanto, an emotional family fantasy with whimsical visuals. Both of those previous Disney films, as well as The Owl House, focus on self-discovery and belonging, which isn't surprising anymore. Disney has gotten its fair share of criticism for its same stale routine of, you know what, wait a minute. These movies we just said might have inspired Hex to actually share a lot of common similarities with the common denominator, The Owl House. You might be thinking, what the am I talking about? The Owl House can't share similarities with all these other Disney movies, but see for yourself. For example, Onward and The Owl House both follow awkward teens who discover magic that they didn't know they had. Both journeys involve a magical realm that contrasts with a mundane human environment. Both teens use magic as a tool for emotional closure, bringing Luce a feeling of belonging, and Ian a connection with his brother. For God's sake, Luce and Ian both have a dad that tragically passed away unexpectedly, with a still alive short-haired sweater-wearing mother with glasses who misses the family during, the list goes on. Literally, the list of movies with similarities goes on. Turning Red also focuses on a teenage girl who's struggling with who she is and fearing disappointing her mother. Luce and Meilin both have flaws that their mothers see as holding them back, but eventually at the end of the story accept them as their personal strengths. Both stories feature an overprotective mother who learns to let their child be who they want to be, and then of course they share the overall theme of accepting the parts of yourself that others call too much. But crazily enough, the similarities do not stop there. Encanto also centers around you guessed it, an awkward young woman who doesn't fit in the magical community around her. Both girls struggle with feeling ordinary, and then of course the family themes just hit us right on the head with Encanto. And the craziest part about all of this is The Owl House came out before all of these movies. It was airing before Onward, before Encanto, before Turning Red, and certainly before Hex. Look, it's no secret that Disney's animators sometimes work on multiple projects at once. The movies are not produced in isolation. It's one of the reasons Disney's latest releases have been feeling too similar. But let's look at the big picture here. These older movies could have been testing the waters. How similar can Disney get between movies before fans start to notice? When they were met with praise, they took it one step further, thinking, we can get away with an actual play-by-play ripoff, right? Because let's be honest, Onward, Encanto, and Turning Red just provide kind of insane coincidences and a little bit of lazy story writing. But Hexed, it takes that inspiration and flips it right over into copying territory. So why would Disney do this? There are a few defensible industry reasons. Number 1, studios reuse successful formulas all the time. Clearly, awkward teen who uses magic sells. These meshed up generic storylines hit wider markets. And studios do historically sanitize content that they see as commercially risky. They'll probably take the actual quirkiness out of the original though. For Hex, this will probably look like heteronormativity to the max. Number 2, Disney might be attempting poor damage control from the Owl House backlash. If they know what they're doing it with a naive approach. On TikTok and Instagram, Disney Channel's official pages have posted compilations of Owl House content, praising the old show for its characters and plot. These posts were thankfully met with attack on their contradictory behavior. After all, you can't eat the cake and complain about the calories. Disney, you can't just cancel this show and then celebrate in its success. So Disney might be trying to show fans, hey look, we're okay with the storyline of a teen using magic to discover themselves. Look, we're making a movie about it. At the end of the day, if you're cynical, Hex looks like they're repackaging the same core ideas while removing the LGBT elements that caused the cancellation of the original. If you're giving Disney the benefit of the doubt, it's just a studio iterating on a proven trope. Both views are plausible to why Disney is tearing apart the Owl House for elements to use in their new movie. So what are the fans saying? Well, within hours of the D23 release, fans were beginning to pick up on similarities. Reddit threads and reaction videos just took off, trying to figure out if Hexed really is a ripoff of the Owl House. Other fans are pointing out that the Owl House did not invent this magic trope, and the whole point of archetypes and tropes are central to the film industry, which is true. Additionally, Disney has been recycling their animation since their golden days, but that was back when animation had to be drawn frame by frame. The animation industry norm of recycling content doesn't get the excuse of efficiency anymore. I'm not saying Disney literally copy-pasted the Owl House, but when the cancellation of a series with queer leads is immediately followed up by a big budget film with obvious similarities and no immediate crediting, you start to get suspicious. Here's the thing, the similarities are structural. The protagonist archetype, the parent conflict, the themes of belonging, the dual world setup, the hidden magic, that alone doesn't prove malice or theft. What makes this so damning is the context of it all. A beloved show with queer characters canceled amid controversy, followed by a studio-backed film with similar storylines and no immediate representation of the LGBT community in the early press. And this doesn't even include the title to top it all off. Hexed? The main characters of the Owl House all go to Hexside School of Magic and Demonics. There are so many other magic-themed titles that Disney could have brainstormed. I mean, true ripoff or not, they could have tried a little bit harder with that one. Even though the Owl House finished its run almost 3 years ago, it's important that we do honor the original. If Disney is willing to resurrect the Owl House's story without including the heart and soul that made it so special in the first place, it's important that we remember why it mattered to begin with. If you care about representation, keep pushing for transparent crediting, spotlighting the creators of original shows, and supporting creators who make inclusive work. Until more information about Hexed is revealed to the public, that's all loyal fans can do in the meantime. Thank you so much for watching this video and supporting my channel. This is a very important topic and it was voted by you guys. I'm starting a new system to make sure that all the videos I'm putting out are about content that you guys actually want to see. So please keep a lookout for my bi-weekly polls so that you can vote on what show you want to see and then what topic you want to see about that show. If you enjoyed this video, please hit like, subscribe, and drop a comment. What's happening in the animation world that's interesting you? And let me know if you guys had a good Thanksgiving. As always, support creators however you can, because the more we watch, share, and celebrate their work, the more of it we get. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you in the next one. Take care.